Are you selling your home soon and wondering what things you need to do to make sure you get top dollar for your house? If so, stick around because today we're speaking with our staging consultant Tracy about the things that she does with our clients to make sure their home is ready for market. So here we are, Tracy. Thanks again for joining us to give these tips in terms of what it takes to really get your home ready for market.
Absolutely, yeah.
First impressions, right? We're outside the house. People are going to drive up here. They're going to see the property for the first time. What are you telling sellers that they need to do to get the outside, the exterior of the home ready?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you do want to make sure cleanliness is your number one priority. Any touch-ups on the paint, the home, the trim, power washing, just removing any sort of old shrubbery, replacing it with fresh flowers, just so it looks great. They pull up, it just looks fabulous and clean.
And this time of year, we're in early spring right now. Good idea probably to, flowers aren't coming up yet, to get some flowers maybe from Home Depot.
Absolutely, yep. Just plant something fresh. I mean, it doesn't have to look
perfect.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you do want it to look, nice and clean, and obviously nothing dead and whatnot, right? So.
Right. And the other thing I just remembered, we did another video, top 3 things you can do under $1,000 to get more money for your home. And like you mentioned, one of them, the front door, making sure that that's painted and looking in perfect so that it's got a great first impression.
Just looks great when they come up to the home.
Well, let's go inside and start going room by room and seeing what we can do in there.
Perfect.
So here we are inside the house. We talked about the outside. This is the first room you enter when you come in the door. What sort of things are you telling our sellers that they need to do in this room here?
Well, the first thing you do want to do is make sure that the home itself is clean. Obviously, pet odors, stuff like that, you do want to make sure that the air is fresh. So fresh flowers, a lot of times people will bake fresh cookies just to give that first fabulous good smell.
I've told people before, get those Pillsbury dough things, cut off a slice, put it in your toaster oven. It smells like you're baking buns.
Perfect. And then obviously you want to actually tackle the home. With this place, we took away a lot of the knickknacks, whatnot, clearing off mantle spaces, repositioning the furniture, obviously to show the room at its best potential, to show it as large as you possibly can. With this home here, we flipped the sofa around so that it kind of makes the room look wider, creates a little bit more space coming through the front area there, and just shows nicer, shows larger, because you do want it to show at its fullest potential.
I think an important thing too, talking about the furniture placement, is definitely when you come in the front door over here, you've got a lot of space that you can walk in. It's not closed off.
And again, it's just showing that the home is actually larger. There's lots of ways that you can tweak things to actually show it at its full potential. It might not always be functional if it's not facing the television, or but at least it's showing the ability to the size.
Right, gotcha. One thing I wanted to point out, I always run into this, and I'm sure you do also, in the dining room area, dining room tables, I always find sometimes, you've got the leaf in the middle and it's super expanded for, Christmas dinner or whatever you've got.
Exactly.
But it's sometimes too big for the room. So I always say, and I'm sure you do, take that leaf out, make the table smaller. Don't have too many chairs all packed around.
Exactly.
Because the smaller the table, the bigger the space looks.
Exactly, yeah. And even flipping the table around, like you had just mentioned, removing a few of the chairs, removing the leaf, it's definitely going to show a larger dining space. So you want each room to look larger, or as large as you possibly can.
Yeah, good points. I notice we got some flowers here also.
Yeah, absolutely. Fresh flowers, just smells good.
Perfect. Well, let's move into the kitchen and tackle that room.
Let's do it.
So here we are in the kitchen area, and one thing I always hear about homes and selling homes is kitchens and bathrooms sell homes. So this is an important part to pay attention to.
Definitely, yes. I mean, cleanliness is the first thing. You do want to make sure that it's clean, scrubbed, no food stains, odors, anything as well. Updating any knobs, pulls.
Like they had older knobs here before.
They did, yeah. So we updated them to some nickel. Old countertops, cabinets, things like that. If the realtor feels that maybe it's time to redo the kitchen, that maybe we leave that to the responsibility of the new owner.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I see some kitchens, this has nice white cabinets, You know, you may want to do a countertop in here depending on budgets and things. This is a good layout. I assume the new owner would probably keep this kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's slightly outdated, but overall it's in great shape. It's neutral. But going back then, just to make sure that, again, everything's cleared off, the counters are cleared. You just want it clean and cleared and nice looking.
And some kitchens, I'll point out, I mean, you know, when I meet with people also, a lot of this comes into play. It's like some kitchens are maybe so old, so outdated, spending money on them may not be the best solution.
Exactly.
Because if you spend money on new countertops in an outdated kitchen that, you know, they're going to replace anyways, you've wasted your money.
You just wasted.
They're likely going to come in and put in a new kitchen.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
you know, depending, and then that comes into the pricing of the home and things like that too.
Perfect, yeah. So that would be something that we would leave in the realtor's hands if they decided that that would be the route to go.
Right, good. Over here, the kitchen table, I know before they had a tablecloth on it, which was, you know, served the purpose for their daily use.
Yeah.
But I think your opinion was no tablecloth is probably
We
better.
removed the linen just because it was a little bit distracting.
Yep.
You know, the table itself is in great shape. We put on some fresh flowers. It just looks clean, fresh. It shows great.
Yeah, perfect. Over here in the other room, we'll just take a look there. Next to the kitchen here, we've got the family room, kind of like a great room style layout. What sort of things in here? I notice you got a nice kind of fur looking throw there. We've got the fireplace on, which I think is important for showings and things.
Makes it warm, cozy, comfortable. You do want the people coming through the home to envision themselves living here.
Yep.
So why not make it cozy?
Yeah, and again, I see a lot of homes, and you do too, with the like you got a couch here, but sometimes that couch is here. And again, it's blocking the room off, so you can't kind of freely walk around.
Exactly. So you do want to make sure that the furniture is placed, again, so it shows the room well, but so that it's not blocking off any spaces where people are going to have to go around, or again, it just makes the room look tight and too full.
Yeah, lighting is an important thing too. I noticed they've got a couple of little floor lamps here, or table lamps. You got a nice light right in the middle, but still, I think just with that light, it would be a little bit dark. So I'm not sure if you recommended this, but I like how they've got that lighting, extra lighting there.
You're not always going to get a day where people are coming through their home and it's sunny and beautiful out, so you do want to make sure that if it is raining and miserable, that you've got some nice lighting again to show, you know, crown molding, the color of the paint, tile, floors, everything. So it does help if you can see.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great tips. Well, let's head upstairs.
Yeah, let's do it.
So here we are upstairs in the master bedroom. I would think some of the same principles kind of apply, you know, decluttering, things like that. What else do sellers need to keep in mind in the master bedroom area?
Yeah, basically same things. You want to have your spaces all cleared off, dressers and tables, make sure everything's tucked away. Bedding is a real number one factor. You do want to make sure
that... nice white kind of hotel looking.
Exactly. Have it all clean, nicely made. Sheets, pillows, and everything that's nothing too bright, as long as everything matches.
Right.
And just made. So that will look nice as well.
Make the bed. Pretty simple.
Yes.
Yeah. Paint in here is a nice modern light neutral color. I always tell people like in the entire house in general, paint is one of those things you're going to get return on for sure. So if you've got things that need to be touched up, or you've got a pink room, paint it something that's modern that people are going to like, right?
Exactly. Very simple, easy fix. You do want to make sure that there's no holes, no patch marks, anything, bright colors. You know, to paint it a simple white, gray, light colors, it's definitely going to look nice.
Yeah.
And it may also help masking any odors from pets, anything like that as well.
Yep, perfect. Ensuite. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, exactly. You do want to make sure that en-suites, bathrooms in general, are also very well cleaned. You do want to make sure that you've removed soaps, shampoos.
Kind of like what you'd want to see in a hotel?
Exactly, yeah. Even like cleaning utensils, bath mats, stuff like that. Just clear it all out. Nice, fresh white towels.
Yep.
Clearing away all hair products, perfume, stuff like that. Just having the counters all cleared off just gives that fresh, never used look.
Right, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Last but not least, master bedroom, you usually have a nice walk-in closet. Probably declutter that pretty good, right?
Exactly, yeah. Again, seasonal. If you're going into summer, let's pack away all the heavy sweaters, jackets, coats. Again, just gives that illusion of more space.
Yeah.
Suitcases, baskets, boxes, stuff like that, to pack everything away, get it out of the space. It's just going to create the illusion of a larger closet. And again, you're not going to feel like things may be falling on you.
Right. I was saying, like,
space.
keep in mind what the buyer is going to think if they open the closet, any closet for that matter, in the house, and they're jammed, stuffed, right? And you don't have enough room. They're thinking, we're not going to have enough room. This house is too small.
Lack of storage, yeah. And you do want to show the home to its potential. So you want it to show you've got tons of storage.
Yeah, perfect. Good. Well, let's check out some of the other rooms up here.
All right.
So the rest of the rooms upstairs here, this home here has 2 other bedrooms plus a games room. Pretty much the same principles, I assume, as the master.
Just want to make sure everything's cleaned up, cleared away. Toy rooms, especially if you've got children, it's great to get some baskets, again, suitcases, boxes, whatever you can. Try to clear away as much of the toys as you can, just to create more space, cleanliness.
Right.
If you've got any empty rooms that you've got in the home, it's best to either have them totally emptied out or at least stage them somewhat, with a desk, chair, reading area, something like that. So, but not necessarily just random pieces of furniture in there.
Right, make it into something.
If you can, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Or it's best just to have it totally open.
How about storage of things? I get some homes you go in and they've got kind of one disaster room, we'll call it, where they've got boxes and they've already started packing stuff. Yeah. Is it okay to maybe pick one room as storage?
If we can make the disaster room look as clean as possible, then it depends on the home where you've got room to store things. Yeah. The garage, the shed is probably your best place to hide everything you can.
Maybe take one side of the garage and make it storage?
Totally, yeah. Again, so that you can see the potential size of the room, but still having somewhere to store everything.
Right, great. Yeah. Okay, well, great tips. I think we're done upstairs.
Fabulous.
We hope you've enjoyed our tips on getting your home ready for sale. For more information, download our handy 40 tips guide. There's lots of great information in there. And if we can help in any way in selling your home, please reach out to us today.